can't really keep objectivity about what the real value is. So a good appraiser, 99.99% of the time, is going to give you a much better opinion of value than you are. Now let's look at mortgages. The first thing about mortgages we want to remember is we want to hate debt. The best mortgage plan I know of is the 100% down plan. No, Dave, that's not realistic. You can't get people to do that. It doesn't happen. Let me tell you, I am convinced that if you will live like no one else, you'll be able to live like no one else. I had a 24-year-old young man call me. Well, he was 29 when he called me. He was from Cleveland. Did this on the radio show one day. He said, Dave, I've been really blessed. I've made really good money all of my life. He said, when I got out of college, I was making $80,000 a year. I'm a salesman, and I'm really good. I would say $80,000 a year at 24 years old is a really good income, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But he said, I grew up with a granddaddy who was super hyper-conservative and told me if I ever borrowed a dime, he'd break both my legs. And he said, I'll tell you what I did. My granddaddy got to my heart. And he said, I decided since I was making all that money, I was going to live differently. And I lived on only $50,000 a year. Oh, darn, I hate that. And he saved $30,000 a year from 24 to 29. 30,000 times 5 is $150,000 and paid cash for his first home. While all his friends ran out and bought a home. You need to buy a home. You need to buy a home. You need to buy a home right now. You gotta get a house. You gotta get a house. I mean, you've been married 32 minutes. You ain't got a house. And he was living in an old garage apartment, and they were all making fun of him. And he's 30 years old with a paid-for home, and he's set for life. Because if he takes that house payment, he'll have $10, $20, $30 million by retirement because of the mindset and the heart that his grandfather had passed on to him. So, always remember to hate mortgages and try to do something like a 100% down plan. You could think like that kid. I know that's wild. I know that's different. But if you want to be weird, that'd be a good plan because normal in North America is broke. If I can't get you to go all the way to the 100% down plan, that's what we do. We don't borrow money, period, in our home under any circumstances. But if I can't get you to go there, what if I could get you to be so radical as to put down 50% and finance it on 7 years like a car? Ooh, that's different. Wild, Dave. Or maybe even put down, I don't know, 70%. Think different. Run the math. Be a little patient. Live like no one else. So later, you can live like no one else. Delaying pleasure is a sign of maturity. But if we're going to do a mortgage, let's learn to do it right. And let's learn some guidelines that we don't break no matter what. Get a payment of no more than 25% of your take-home pay. Of your take-home pay, now that's not including 401ks. I'm talking about after tax. Okay? Now, 25% of your take-home pay, let me tell you, you can qualify with a mortgage company for almost double that. Almost double that.